I like warm colors. Warm, warm, warm. Go back and edit. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, hey, what up? What up? What up? What up, my bro? Um, I'm just having some oats and honey, sipping from my cup. Paul Martin, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? In the building, sir. And I see you in the building. And I want to continue to see you in the building. Work on that other project, sir, is in progress. I'm working on some things. And we can get that popping probably next week. But though the topics are in the chat. So for those that come in and talk about what we talking about, take your late behind up to the top and find out what we talking about. D Steezel, my man, in the building. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Yep. Films, books, all that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about a book. We're gonna kind of talk about a film. Kinda. Not directly talk about the film, but we're gonna discuss it. Yeah, because y'all get the wrong impression if I say talking about it. You think I'm clowning it, but yeah, we're gonna it might get clowned too. I didn't put it in the chat, but we got Q&A at the end. So whatever y'all want to bring up at the end, y'all can bring up at the end. Fellas, five fellas. that's the name of this fraternity, mostly. Keita and Grand Madam. And your missus is the only women that fools with me. Yeah, that stuff. Yo, what's up, Diabolical? In the building. Got my favorite peeps up in here. We're gonna get started in a sec. Oh! 1, 2. I know you don't like that one, Theo. 3. I know you don't like that one either. 4. 5. Apparently, nobody likes this one. And Wonder Man is the only one I got left to get. I know they got a whack ass Iron Man figure in that wave, but they got a whack ass Iron Man figure in every wave. So good ball. I know you ain't gonna hate, Theo. I know you ain't gonna hate. I'm just saying, the Puff Adder will be mine. Cause I already got a couple Serpent Society figures. I got King Cobra, I got Rock Python. think those are the only two I got. I wouldn't mind having an entire Serpent Society collection. I would love to have a Death Adder. Now we know there's a difference between Death Adder and Puff Adder. And then I would like to get a Sidewinder figure. So you can just, you know, that they got them all over eBay already assembled, bro. You know, but I figure 150 is what you pay if you buy all 6 figures, roughly about 150. But they got them on eBay for like $214, and I'm like, man, y'all can kiss my. Let me stop. But or you could just buy a Puff Adder, and they're probably, you know, on average charge you maybe something like anywhere between 40 and 60 bucks for the figure fully assembled. So yes, Mr. Theo, I have done the research for you. So them's your options. Or you could just go, well, no, you can't get it from Hasbro. Okay. Yes, sir. We'll do. All right. I'm gonna have to set that off to the side. Those oats and honey is so yummy. It's a nice little healthy snack. I ain't gotta turn myself into a disgusting fat body. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get down to like 170, 180 before my birthday, you know, so I can look svelte. Anyways, look here. Before I get started, y'all go ahead, like, dig, give me the, you know how I go. Because I noticed, man, y'all been rocking with my lives, or most of them, for the most part. Y'all been rocking with the lives more than the actual vids. Except for the other day, I did that one about I put that video up about Sufi alchemy. Muzz was loving that. What's up, Jay? What's up, Grand Madam? We in the building. All right, I'm getting on my first subject. I want to ask a question. Actually, it's a 2-part question. Have you read this book? And if you have read this book, listen to the second question. What do you think's getting ready to happen in the 616 universe? Do you think that they are getting ready to make the 616 universe like the 1610 or the 616 0? What is that universe going to consist of? If you haven't read the book, then you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But if you have read the book, and that's why my first question, was, have you read the book? Because if you haven't read the book, which was the first question, you can't answer the second question. Oh, Mario, I didn't even see you slip in, boy. You slipped in like a ninja. Poof. All right. Y'all notice I'm fooling around with a fluctuating color scheme. Y'all tell me if I look more handsome with warm colors or if I look better with cooler colors. I don't know. In the past, warm colors have tended to make me look shiny, like I threw a bunch of lotion or baby oil or some stuff like that on my face, and I ain't did no stuff like that. Not since like middle school. Grand Madam has not read the book. Retcon, at least temporarily, is what Theo thinks is going to happen. Mario say there is a new Ultimate Comics line coming in November. Oh, Grand Madam, I look better looking like I got a bunch of baby oil on my face. Thank you. I shall endeavor to give y'all what you need. Anyway, back to this book. If y'all didn't watch the video, first it's a gatefold cover. You got all that. Remember that world famous Brian Hitch art, Jonathan Hickman storyline. Those two couldn't go wrong, man. When they did the Ultimates, I mean the original Ultimates back in the day, Muzz was on it. And I think people enjoy the 1610 universe because folks get murdered. And a lot of times they don't come back. And oh, so what you saying, Grand Madam, my skin don't look healthy? Oh. No, I know what you meant. I'm having fun. I'm dialoguing with the people I have love for. Salute. You be shining and glistening. Come on, your kid. You know how to make an entrance, sir. I'm behind in my homework. Teach. I did pick up the Initiative Milestone book from a few weeks ago. Thank you, Jay. Tell me what you thought about that. Because my man Greg got a story in there. I think it's the Rocket and Static team up. Only thing I'm getting is Black Panther. Well, Mr. Martin, if you look real closely, you see who's on the cover? He's in the book. I can tell you this much without telling you much. And if you ain't seen the video that I did the other day, there I am. I'm shining and glistening, Grand Madam. I'm shining and glistening. Okay. Black Panther is, I wouldn't necessarily say an integral part of the, yeah, he is. He is an integral part of the story because some of the locations that this adventure takes place in, kinda. Now, I'm eating. I shouldn't be eating and talking, should I? Okay, let me stop. My bad, y'all. Ding. What are people sending me? People are sending me things. Okay. I see what that's about to be. Thank y'all for sharing. Appreciate it. Mario say you just picked up. Everybody, man, y'all better get on y'all game plan. Okay. That one right there. Yeah. Go pick this up too. This is great. It's a lot of up and comers in here. And I keep touting my boy Greg. And I think Marcus did some drawing in here too. For y'all that don't know, Greg Burnham, Marcus Williams are the team that gave you Tuskegee Airs. They also have a couple of other stories that comic books that they do together. And my man Greg writes children books and Marcus illustrates them. So give an up and comer some airplay. You know, I expect the same thing when I'm on the come up. You give an up and comer some airplay, you know, because they flavor might be a better flavor than what you eat. That's all I'm saying. What is the timeline of this Ultimate Invasion story? This Ultimate Invasion story takes place from what I can see, and the only thing that makes sense. Oh, see, everybody getting requests. Point out, Greg. There's also, Jay, there's also a video on my page called The Greg Burnham Interview that I did on the radio show. They names is on there. They names are on there, Jay. Oh, you want me to show? Right there. I don't know if you can see that where my finger is. That is Greg Burnham. And I was mistaken. No, Marcus Williams didn't do any of that. Marcus Smith was on the book. But anyway, they are the team that brought you Tuskegee Airs. Anywho, back to Ultimates. The only Ultimates I was down with was the team book with a bunch of us on it. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, remind me of that mindset when I decide to go ultra mega African esque. So, but if you're not down with the book, that's fine. But no, this book is most likely going to have ramifications on everything in the Marvel Universe, including T'Challa. So, if you don't want to be in the know, that's fine. But as I was saying, the storyline for you, Mario, takes place, I think, at some point, it appears to be in the middle of the run of He Who Should Not Be Named and immediately after. Because there are some things going on in the book in the beginning that we know are not current. Like T'Challa and the Hatuts. What? T'Challa and the Hatuts? Yeah, T'Challa and the Hatuts. And that's what I was thinking too, Theo. It seems like it's coming like right on the cusp or the tip of that last run, like right somewhere close to the end. And I think somebody has said to me in a comment on the video that Jonathan Hickman actually does make reference to the timeline. So let me see if I can fish that comment up for y'all real quick, like, so we ain't lost in the sauce trying to catch up. Folks used to say that to me all the time, my little kid. Boy, you lost in the sauce trying to catch up. Okay. Was it Ultimate? Yeah, let's go there. Be quiet. Yeah. The comment says, and I quote, actually, Hickman has established that T'Challa being exiled from Wakanda doesn't mean that he's exiled from. I ain't gonna read the whole comment, but it says he's not. Blessed by Baz, he is the undisputed in the necropolis and is still the king of the dead. So he retains kingly functions in the necropolis. When he was exiled by Shuri, he was still king of the dead. So these are some of the things that you are most likely going to see if you pick up Ultimate Invasion. So do not be thrown off by it. It's still a good read. You get to see the Illuminati. Now, what I wanted to ask in terms of the Illuminati, I read somewhere that I think in the 5th Avengers movie, they're going to have the Illuminati in the 199999. Okay. No Beast yet. No Reed Richards yet. Tony Stark dead. T'Challa dead. Namor, I don't see the little Mexican man joining the Illuminati. Is somebody gonna come to him and be like, hey bro, you want to join the Illuminati? They're going to have a horrible Illuminati. What superheroes can you get in the MCU that could form their own Illuminati that aren't there. I mean, I know we saw Black Bolt. So are we going to reintroduce the Inhumans at some point so we can have Black Bolt in said Illuminati? Professor Xavier? Or what we doing? You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to do a make it make sense video about what in the actual hell the Marvel Cinematic Universe call themselves trying to do without reading comic books. That irks me. But let me catch up with these comments. Seems like D-Real made vids on 99% of everything you could say. I'm thinking about joining the space program. D-Real, well, guess what? I made a few videos on how to apply for a NASA job. You know what? You know what? That's just something in me. And also, I do not like calling that service by the name that it is. There's a service. If you're an online, like you provide a service online, or you provide a page online, they have this assistant called, wait for it, Tube Buddy. Y'all need to come up with a better name for that. Tube Buddy, it has too much innuendo in it. So I don't like that name. But anyway, they are the ones that sometimes recommend things and say, oh, maybe you should be doing a video on this because you ain't did a video on that. Or this is what's trending right now, and so you should do a video on what's trending. But I feel like at some point, folks is going to all eventually get it and be like, we ain't fooling with y'all no more until y'all act like y'all got some damn sense and treat the people who are actually fans with a little respect. That movie would be DOA before arrival to theaters. Hope to get Loki season 2, Deadpool 3, and Madam Web trailers this month. Lewis, if that stuff is on Disney Plus and it ain't Kizazimoto, IDGAF. I don't mean that as a slight towards you. I'm just saying there's none of that. Nah, I'm really not Loki. I'm not fooling with Loki. Deadpool 3. If they doing what I heard they doing, that might be interesting. If they doing Deadpool kills the Fox universe, I might be there for that. But if it's gonna be some more BS, nah, not fooling with it. Madam Web, if she ain't killing people like Craven the Hunter, I'm not even gonna bother. Excited for Dead Reckoning Part 1 and hope to get Renner back. Maybe. The studio went out of their way to not give us a good Illuminati roster. And it seemed like it can't do nothing but get worse. Who you gonna put in the Illuminati in the MCU? Is Reed Richards gonna be a big mouth and tell everybody's powers and get them beat up and shit? Because to be one of the smartest men on earth, that was some of the dumbest shit you ever could have did. And I'm just like, that's the kind of stuff they do. Reed Richards ain't goofy like that. They just, hey, calm down, Wanda. Black Bolt can mess you up here by doing this. Who does that in a fight? Especially Reed Richards. Y'all making him look doofus. You know what I'm saying? And that's my point, D. Despite all that power, Wanda is a regular old human being who you can punch in the stomach and chop in the throat. And nobody could even get close enough because you telling what your powers are. So you giving her time to counter you, or better yet, like she did Black Bolt, blow your head up. You know what I'm saying? Like Mentos and freaking soda. WB had 5 months and the money, reshoot mirror scenes and Aquaman. And okay, let me reel y'all in. Okay, at the top of the chat is the topics. Now, I'm not telling y'all can't talk about what y'all want to talk about, but I'm saying stay on topic. That's all. I ain't mad at nobody, but like we're following the format. I will probably get to a lot of what y'all are putting in the chat, but say hi to each other while I'm talking. Anyway, the original question that was posited, where do you think they're going with this? Even if you haven't read it and you're familiar with the 1610 universe, you could still weigh in. And if you don't fool with the 1610 universe, shh. I'm just saying. Dang, 26 minutes. Let's move on. Okay. Next topic. I see on Twitter, well, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Your mans and them, I ain't gonna be on Twitter too much longer. But I will send each and every one of you an invite to spill if you're not already there. Oh, I know Twitter gonna be mad at me. But anyway, in reference to Twitter, lot of recast T'Challa talk back up on there. I'm talking fresh recast T'Challa talk, not the old rehash stuff. And you know who we have to thank for all of this recast T'Challa talk? Secret Invasion, which I'm not watching anymore. And my spill on Secret Invasion is why I ain't watching it anymore. There. So that should cut a few of y'all off at the pass for y'all get started asking Secret Invasion questions because ridiculous. Anyway, this time, since we do not have the influence of false idols, I guess that's the best way to put it, or being led down the wrong path, that was a lesson. I call everything that's a mistake a lesson. You didn't F up, you just learned what not to do. You know what I'm saying? And Theo is very fond of calling me the only celebrity that he rock with, and respect, bruh, but it's gonna take more than my minor Alaska influence to spark. In my mind, it's gonna take a group effort, because if it's one person saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it, you know what they call that? I can tell you what they call that, because they called me that. They call you a crackpot. That's what they call you when you the only person saying what you saying. But also, as my man Theo is also fond of saying, what kind of voices are louder voices? United, together. And that's what we're doing on Twitter. But and as I said before, it need to be getting done on more than just Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Twitter's good and fine, but Twitter, I'll be honest with you. With me, when I'm on Twitter, Twitter feels like a war zone. You know what I mean? At any moment, you can get strafed. You know what I mean? It's like, and it ain't that I ain't ready for it, but it's like, if you live in Compton, there are certain streets you can't go down. Chicago, Detroit, New York, Texas, Florida, same thing. There are certain streets in those cities that you cannot go down, or at least not go down and be packing something, or be rolling deep. And that's where I'm at with it. If we gonna go down that recast T'Challa road, we need to be rolling deep, fam. We need to be rolling deeper than deep. So when people come for, and I notice on Twitter, a lot of times we come to each other's rescue sometimes, more often than not. I ain't scared of being on an island with a bunch of anti-recasters because they don't have any knowledge. So, being in the middle of a bunch of dummies never threatened me. But I feel like we get united and be on the same level as far as understanding what our intent is. Ain't nothing no anti-recaster can say. Matter of fact, ain't nothing no anti-recaster can say now other than let go and move on. That bullshit. And it's like, okay, that's the best y'all can do. Y'all can stop talking then. Because that's how I feel about it, is if y'all really, 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 really wanted to shut us down, then you'd be doing more than just bumping your gums and not backing what you're saying with some knowledge or some facts. Just sound like haterism. Where we at on the comments? Sure, we can jump platforms. I will be messaging links because I'm already in there. All it is, it looked like they just took the guts of Black Twitter and threw that in there because it kind of works the same way. And there's a bunch of us in there. So it's a safe place if you want to go in there. Okay. You was waiting for the secret invasion topic. That mean you ain't gonna rock with me now? It's gonna be a secret invasion topic, but it ain't gonna be, let's discuss episode 3. Nah, not that. If that's what you was looking for, because it's secret invasion abdication. I'm abdicating secret invasion because look at that shit. I'm just saying, oh my God. Yeah, it hurts my heart to see how far they stray. Wasn't nothing wrong with the source material. We ain't gonna get to see Wakanda and die. That was the highlight of Secret Invasion for me. See Wakanda and die. I'm not gonna see that. I don't even want to fucking look at Secret Invasion. There's nothing you can put in there that will make me go, ooh, I want to watch that now. Because when you open up with Everett Ross being a Skrull, that's all I needed to see, to be quite honest. And think about it. When does Disney Plus put the entire season of an MCU show out? Anyway, United Voices are. Yes, sir, Theo. I feel it's a decent show in a vacuum, but if you have any comic knowledge, it might annoy you. Exactly. And that's my point. It's like watching a Stephen King movie and you looking at it and you can tell this motherfucker didn't read no parts of Graveyard Shift. Didn't read no parts of it. Didn't read no parts of Pet Sematary. So it's like, what you doing? Why are people allowing this to be made? This is not Firestarter. This is not The Shining. That kind of stuff. So somebody with 30, 40 years deep of comic book reading, and you like, this Secret Invasion. It is? This Age of Ultron. Really? This Infinity War. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? That's like having an Annihilation without Annihilus. That's in effect what they do. We gonna have Secret Wars without no Secret War. To me, that's what the new Secret War was, because the original Secret War was literally a war. Secret Wars was about God Doom. So, you had to buy all them 11 billion side books that go with it. That main story, though, in Secret War, that was about Dr. Doom. Let's just call it what it was. You know, that was no secret wars. Anyways, Kimoyo kids say Twitter is the hood. It is. It's like you got to come in Twitter. You know what I'm saying? That's not my energy. I mean, I don't know if y'all can tell, but that's not my energy. That's not my vibe. That's not where I thrive at, you know, messing with trolls all day long. That drains you. Or kicking them in their nuts all day. Okay, at some point it ain't fun no more. Yes, Grand Madam, I agree. Life is way too damn short for Twitter. Bruh, I used to feel that way until I realized it was just that, a feeling. Far as I'm concerned, we sit in the catbird seats because they block us, not the other way around. Okay, I get that. These will say they all sound like robots. They all have the same pre-programmed that part. And there's only so much stuff you can say to a person that don't know how to do anything but regurgitate what they hear. I can't convince you that what you're saying is BS and that what I'm saying is fact if you ain't even gleaned the source material that I'm drawing my information from. It's like talking to a brick wall, literally. They're not smarter than us, and from what I observe, not as petty. They losing either way. Works for me since I pick and choose to when I engage. Well, and that's my point. Hopefully, we don't get a bunch of that on spill. I'm gonna go fill it out for you, and if I need to call y'all in like T'Challa in the intergalactic empire of Wakanda, let's go. Anyways, this show made me break out my Secret Invasion hardcover collection and watch Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes Secret Invasion. At least they was a little bit closer on Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It wasn't exactly 100. You know, I could have got a better See Wakanda and Die, but you know, at least why is it animated features can stick closer to source material than cinematic ones can? What is that? They did a bunch of stuff. They did a bunch of stuff a lot better than the movies. In every DC movie I done seen it, animated movie I done seen DC is 1,000 times better than any live action DC movie I've seen. Maybe the creative teams behind their animated features need to work on their live action ones, and you can fire all of these mugs that's effing up the live action joints. Just a thought. Where we are. I feel like they felt like they were Russia and they were Ukraine, only to realize they actually are Russia and we actually are Ukraine. Grand Madam say, I wondered how they would handle that because T'Challa sent the scrolls to scroll hell. Girl. I was just reading, what was it, Black Panther 41, where he took out that super scroll by itself. By the way, has a member of the Fantastic Four ever soloed the super scroll? Has Spider-Man ever soloed a super scroll? They both fought super scrolls. And I can tell you, in Marvel Team Up, I think it's issue number 61 or 62, 61 or 62 of the original 1972 run of Marvel Team Up. Spider-Man is in a fight with the suit. Well, not necessarily in a fight. Spider-Man is running from the Super Skrull. But then that Super Skrull that T'Challa fought, his abilities were more fighters, Wolverines, Iron Fists, that kind of a thing. But still, is a damn Super Skrull. Anyway, Heralds without a Galactus. Hydra agents without a Baron Strucker or a Red Skull. Call, bruh. I'm already standing by your Z side. Okay. I feel you. I got them links, got them codes, got them links, got them codes. I hook my people up. Don't even trip. Animated writers are closer to source. Facts. Less egos involved with animation studios. In the case of pre-Disney animation, the heads involved were big comic fans and writers. That's why I don't get it. That's why I do not get that. I don't make it make sense. How are you making a comic-based movie and you ain't consulting nothing comic book? You can take out comic book-based movie and put any genre of movie you want to, and it don't make sense. Just don't. I get like things like westerns. Well, when the last time you seen a western made? But anyway, stuff like westerns, you can draw that off of however you want to. But I mean, if you put a car in a western, clearly somebody don't know about the 19th century. That kind of stuff. So I mean, I'm going to make a kung fu movie. Nobody in the movie knows kung fu. How good of a kung fu movie is that going to be? See what I'm saying? I'm going to make a comedy. My writers are going to be Shakespearean actors or veteran Shakespearean actors who don't know nothing about Much Ado About Nothing or The Taming of the Shrew. A lot of people don't even realize those are comedies. Or, well, one of them's a rom-com anyway. They did do a remake of it, 10 Things I Hate About You. But if you didn't know nothing about Shakespeare, you wouldn't know that. But you see my point. My point is you're not going to not call in an expert if you're trying to put your best foot forward. If I'm trying to make a movie about Spider-Man, if Steve Ditko was still alive, I talked to him. If Stan Lee was still alive, I talked to him. If John Romita was still alive, I talked to him. If John Buscema was still alive, I talked to him. If I'm trying to make a Spider-Man movie, because them guys was, for the most part, the foundation of Spider-Man. So, I'm going to go talk to Chip Zdarsky. I'm going to go talk to Dan Slott. That's what I want my Spider-Man movie to be like. I do not get that. I don't. What is that? But anyway, I'm going to go on spill and I'm going to set it off. Okay? It's fresh, it's wide open, ain't really a lot of people there, and I ain't seen nobody talking about recast nothing. So if it is battle, let the battle come to me. That's a Worf quote. Paul Martin, you retracting a lot of messages. More chances can be taken in animation that's across all genres. That is true, Paul. But my point being, and I think Theo hit it on the head. D. Steezel, excuse me. Egos. That's your ego when you say, I can make a better comic book movie than a comic book artist. I can make a better comic book movie than somebody who's been writing comic books for 20, 30, 40 years. Why would you not consult them? That is the textbook definition of insanity. and both Marvel and DC are going to drive themselves right into the pooper with it. Yeah, sure. I agree, Kamoyo Kid. Bump up the likes. Like this. Like this. Love it. I wish there was a heart. See South Park. They couldn't get away with that stuff in live action. Well, here's the thing about South Park, Paul Martin. They don't spare anybody. Everything and everybody is fair game in South Park. And to me, South Park does what a lot of people think and are just scared to say it or scared to do it. They ain't got nothing to lose. They ain't got nothing to lose. How long South Park been around? So you can do it. You just got to figure out your niche. South Park found a niche. Mr. Parker and Stone found their niche. And they did make a live action movie that was pretty offensive. But I found it in. Has anybody seen Orgasmo? Did anybody see Orgasmo? I didn't see nobody boycotting Orgasmo, but it was a limited release and a lot of people didn't see it. And what was that other movie they made? Didn't nobody boycott that? So you got to pick your shots. You got to pick your shots. Those kind of movies are a liver punch. A liver punch ain't something you just pull out of your arsenal willy-nilly when you're boxing. You want to wait until you're in the right place, they in the right place, and bah! Sparring's over. So that's the kind of mindset that they have. Diabolical Nerd remembers Orgasmo. Yeah, I remember it too. Had actual porno stars in it. Ron Jeremy was the villain. Guess what his name was? Guess what the villain Ron Jeremy played was? Jizz Master Zero. Can't get away with it? You can if you pick your shots. You can get away with a nut shot. You do it at the right time. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Is anybody canceling Parker and Stone? Ain't nobody canceling them. Why are they so good at it? Because it's animated, or they know when to and when not to? I don't know. Daredevil stuntman from the Netflix show said he wasn't hired for the new Daredevil Born Again show because Disney wanted their new show to be the exact opposite of Daredevil Netflix. Yeah. Video forthcoming on that one too, bro. Netflix Daredevil was groundbreaking. But here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to wrap Recast Resurgence with this. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. I got some plans. I got some thoughts. I got some ideas. You know what I'm saying? Just like the No T'Challa, No Ticket. I got some thoughts. I got some thoughts. Stay tuned. That's all I have to say about that right there. My point exactly, Kamoyo. If we threw out an animated Black Panther or an animated Black Panther series came out, better than that BET one. Not looking like the 1960s Marvel superhero show where you just took pages right out the comic book and had people moving all. He's doing a punch. Oh man, and I used to watch that stuff like it was the Avengers movie. And they had them corny like songs when Captain America throws his mighty shield. My OGs remember that. They remember that. And Thor had one, and Namor had one, and Hulk had one, and Iron Man had one. They was, oh my God, those theme songs were Tony Stark makes you feel he's a businessman with a heart of steel. Yeah, wow, really? Is that? But it was the 60s. It was the 60s, and little catchy jingles like that were popular. So, yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. Hey, I'm getting a call. Hey, Theo.
What you're not gonna do is clown my Marvel cartoons. No, you're not gonna do that, man.
I'm clowning them. I'm clowning them. I'm clowning them. Hey. Now back in the late 60s, early 70s, no, it was not corny. But if you put that shit on right now,
Hey, wait, how you say it? What is?
I don't remember all of them. I know what's up, Prince Namor.
Is the Prince of the Sea.
Yeah, see, you can't even keep a straight face and sing that.
That's the only reason I said no. I gotta call him. No, he ain't gonna do that.
Done.
I'm going back, bro. I'm going back to watch mode, man. Good show, man. Good show.
Oh, that was a commercial break with none other than Theo B, who doesn't like how I disrespected the Marvel superhero show, bruh. I watched it. So that's why I can say it was corny. Even then, DC's animation was better than Marvel's. Still playing catch up. But look here, y'all. Disrespect. I saw it. Too late. I saw it, Paul Martin. I saw it before you retracted it. Yes, that's right. If you want me to stop disrespecting it, make some better Marvel stuff. Stop being number 2 in the animation game. I know. It's all love in here, man. It's all love in here. I ain't mad at nobody. I love everybody. Except anti-recasters. Let me go ahead and tell y'all real quick, just in case y'all ain't tracking or you didn't understand what I'm saying when I say what I say about Secret Invasion. Now, I saw a comment up here. I think it was D Steezel that put it out there, and it's like once you have read a book, a novel, a comic book, I don't care what kind of movie is made after that. You always, in the back of your head, have the visual of what was in your mind's eye, if that makes sense. I vividly remember reading Greek mythology and reading the story of Perseus. Then I watched Clash of the Titans. WTF. Don't get me wrong. Clash of the Titans is a cult classic. I'm talking about the 1981 version, not that stuff with Jake Sully in it. Um, they took out a lot of stuff, and they put a bunch of stuff in there that was not in the myth. Now, these are just some key points that I would have liked to see in the story of Clash of the Titans. In the story of Clash of the Titans, when the gods are blessing Perseus with armaments, one of the things he was blessed with were the winged sandals of Hermes. We replace that with a Pegasus. And who is Calibos? There is no Calibos anywhere in the myth of Perseus. That's large. There aren't giant scorpions in the myth of Perseus. Now, one thing I did like was the battle with Medusa. That was a little more in line with what went on in the myth. So, even though that movie was that movie, in the back of my head, I still have the image of what I read and how I visualized it when I read it. Yeah, it's a me thing. I get it. It's a me thing. And that's what it's going to be. Me. If I don't like what I'm seeing, I'm not going to watch it. The MCU overall, as a whole, I am not that thrilled about watching it since Phase 4. They are not acquitting themselves well. Disney Plus series? I have yet to see a great Disney Plus series. I take that back. No. I don't take it back. What If came close. Came close. There was a couple of those I was like, all right. And not just the T'Challa ones. It was like, And even with those ones, it was like, T'Challa wouldn't take his habit off in the middle of a fight. What is that? But we got to progress the story, so we got to make T'Challa look goofy. Nah. Do that to Captain America. Do that to Thor. You know what I'm saying? Let them, man out of time and the Asgardian dullard. Let them look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Why you got to have T'Challa doing foolish things? You would never do that in a fight. So that's where I'm coming from with Secret Invasion. I mean, if you think Secret Invasion on Disney Plus is a great story, go ahead and watch it. But me, probably not. Probably won't. Probably ain't gonna. So if that means some things won't get covered, then hell, they won't get covered. But my integrity and telling the truth and telling people what I feel honestly is better than getting subs or trying. I'm not trying to get nobody to like me. I'm already enough of an acquired taste in real life as it is. So to have some people, that are rocking with me, say, I want you to cover that. I want you to do that. And I don't do it. I'm not doing it to spite nobody. I'm doing it because, ultimately executive decisions, blah, 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 all that crap. These agrees. Kamoyo Kid said, if you had steak perfectly done, then you have someone say, hey, I got steak, and you find out it's bologna, you have the right to be offended. You know what steak is. MCU Secret Invasion ain't steak. Come on, your kid. That right there, that literally is the gist of what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting bologna. And it ain't the good kind either. It's the bologna with that red strip around it. And you got to cut it out, or you get it in the package and you pull it out and it got all that dye on it. And you take that little red thing off and cut the little things on it and throw it in the skillet and it puff up like that. And see, you took me there with bologna. You took me there with bologna. Paul Martin said folks behind the MCU are making things harder than they need to be. Bruh. Are they ever? These will say, for me, watching X-Men 1 in theaters for the first time was one of many WTF moments. Bruh, when they stepped out in that black leather, what y'all getting ready to go do? Fight the Brotherhood or have a S&M session? Because what is that? It's black leather, man. It's cool. And then they put that shit in the comic books for a little while. It was black and yellow, but you could still look at it and tell that's patterned off the movie costumes. And that's the precedent I really, really hate. In order for comic books to appeal to a wider demographic, hey, the people that watch the movies might read the comics if we make the comics more relatable to them. Not the heads that know. The heads that don't know no better, yeah, sheep. Let's buy this comic book. That's exactly what it is. The threat in Secret Invasion is too close to Flag Smashers in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yet. Not angry enough to keep looking. It's almost like a train wreck, huh? Once you start looking, it's hard to turn away. Oh, they crashed that train. Oh my God, goats flew out of the top of it. Oh my God, those goats are eating tomato cans. Just the more you look, the more ridiculous stuff keeps happening. And it's like every single series they got does that. You know what I mean? It's like in the back of your head, it's like they effing up. They effing up. Stop. And okay, so in order to avoid that self-torture, I'm just like, I'm good. Spider-Man 1 to a lesser extent. The spinneret thing. Yeah, that stopped me in my tracks. Because it's like, one of the things you like to see about Spider-Man is when a villain know he got web shooters and crushes them like the Lizard did in Amazing Spider-Man, or I'm out of web fluid. They tried to do that in Spider-Man 2 with the little mental thing he was going through. My bad. That kind of a thing. So, nah. Just do what you're supposed to do and won't nobody have no problems. Chicken bologna. I don't know what that bologna was made of back in the day, Grandmatter, but it was very economical and Mama bought lots of it. Paul Martin say to DC's credit, they don't care if superhero costumes offend newbies' sensibilities. Do they care if DC costumes offend experienced comic book readers, experienced DC comic book readers' sensibilities? Now tell them, what happened to the Flag Smashers? They just disappeared. They wasn't the real Flag Smashers, in my opinion, bruh. They were some faux flag smashers, some fake flag smashers, some phony flag smashers. The show feels similar to the V sci-fi series. Guilty pleasure. I still see Diana eating that gerbil and it going down her throat. I like the new V, but they never finished it. I guess everybody didn't like it. The flag smushers. Yeah, that's what they were. The flag smushers. Paul Martin said there is every reason for an Earth-based villain team to assemble in retaliation for Barton's killing spree as Ronin. You're welcome, Marvel. Paul Martin's hired when Marvel wises up and make me and Theo the co-creative executives. Y'all will get some great movies then, because they would know, don't consult nobody from the comic book industry. Don't worry, we don't have to. I have enough accumulated knowledge, and between me and Theo, we would need to consult nobody from the comic book industry. In fact, the comic book industry will probably be calling me and Theo and be like, hey, D-Rail, Theo, nice job on that Black Panther reboot. Anyway, I dig the 80s and 2000s V2. Yeah, I wish they would have finished it though. But Marvel likes heroes fighting street clothes man and his henchmen. That's facts. They scared of a costume, ain't they? Or I'm going to combine two villains that are whack and call that the main villain and then kill them off. Iron Man 2, you either should have did Whiplash or the Crimson Dynamo. Not try to do both. That's why that movie fell on its belly. That's why that movie fell while running with scissors. But Marvel doesn't like their heroes using firearms. Bet not make a Frank Castle. Bet not put Frank Castle back in the MCU. Bet not make a Paladin. Who else uses guns? Everybody in S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra uses guns. So, sorry. And any organization like that, I hated the disrespect paid to AIM. That was just, my brain cells could not adjust. But that movie, people loved Iron Man 3. And I'm just like, the Mandarin? 2 fake Mandarins in one movie? Nah. And then you killed the real one. Or the one that would have been a better Mandarin. At Deez Diesel, every MCU hero has killed or is cavalier about killing villains. Hey, Gray, what's up? Iron Man 3 sucked. I didn't like it. Tony Stark having an anxiety attack. Nope. Nope. They gave Black Widow Mockingbird sticks. LOL. Yeah. Why don't you just play up the Widow stings more? What's wrong with that? Nah, we got to give her guns and sticks. Make her look like Mockingbird, Nightwing, some shit like that. That'll be cool. The kids will love it. That part right there. Okay. In lieu of what's going on, I am going to hold off on my final topic for some Q&A. So all of you maniacs that got random ass things you want to say, now, I believe in giving everybody a fair shake. So whatever you want to ask, whatever statement you want to make within reason, because remember, it's still D-Real, and I will. Let me stop that. Anyway, if y'all want to ask or present something right now, now is the time we will hear your petitions. I feel like I should have had on one of those Gregorian monk hoods when I said that. Anyway, I will finish off my cup of Joe here while I'm waiting for y'all to square up with the questions. Delish. So where we at? Nobody? Anybody? Somebody? Did you see the hashtag trend this holiday? Yes. Yes, I did. I believe it's what I was talking about earlier. You probably got here late, but yeah, we were talking about the hashtag trending, and yes, we're gonna be scooting over to Spill. Well, I am already there, but I'll be sending out codes and whatnot, and we can all scoot on over to Spill, and we can do what we do on Twitter on Spill, because Elon is Elon. And Twitter is a battlefield. Anyway, the scroll thing gave the Sharon Carter heel turn an easy out. Well, of course. If Ashura was here, he would ask at least 5 different questions. Clearly, he's not here. Same better. What up? Better late than never, my dude. Diabolical said, how do you think the MCU will handle their X-Men? Well, first, if you even having an issue with calling them the X-Men, that's a problem. I understand there are women in the X-Men, but calling them the mutants or X-people, that's the equivalent of calling a bunch of us together. We're going to form a team and we're going to call it the African Americans. Seriously, y'all want to toe the diversity line that bad that you are willing to give your movie a whack-ass name or that group, the mutants? I remember back in the 80s, mutants were like the guys on freaking the World Warrior, Mad Max. Those were mutants. I understand where y'all coming from with it, but I'd rather they be called the Quiet Council or the Krakoans. I mean, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. If it ain't broke, man, stop trying to fix it. Good Lord. What topics did you miss, Zane? Ultimate Invasion, the recast of T'Challa hashtag resurgence, and why I ain't effing with Secret Invasion. Right now we in Q&A. The person, okay, Diabolical. I got to turn in my geek card because I am apathetic as hell about mutants in the MCU. Nah, you ain't got to turn in your card, Paul, because you are not the minority when it comes to that. Folks got a lot of side eye when it comes specifically to the X-Men and Blade. Folks I done talked to, I mean, online and off, are like, if they F the mutants up, and I'm like, don't even bother, bro. I can almost guarantee you they gonna F it up. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what to do. Clearly, they don't know what to do. They don't know what direction to go in. And the direction they do decide to go in, I'm willing to bet anybody in this chat $50 that is going to be effed up. Tell me I'm wrong. Challenge me. I dare y'all. That's a lot of $50. How many of y'all is it in there? That's $450 right now. See, I bet all them other people mad they left. The person who had that problem with the name got fired. But I bet you, in the name of diversity, they gonna punk out. I'm willing to put money on that too. Do you have faith Disney will get the first family right? I'm losing hope. Tell them I do not think it is so much the first family that has to be gotten absolutely right as it is Mr. VVD. And for those that don't know, Victor Von Doom is poison. They got to get him right. They got to get him right. A movie is only as good as its villain. And let me tell you, looking back in retrospect, Avengers villain made a lot of that movie tolerable. The first Avengers movie was great. Don't get me twisted, but made it tolerable. Age of Ultron. Now, a villain is important. I've played many villains in many plays, and a lot of people after everything's said and done, and we getting our flowers and all that. You played a great Dracula. Oh, you played a great Lucifer. Oh, you played a great a-hole guy. You know what I'm saying? I understand what it takes. You know what I'm saying? A villain can carry or totally destroy a production. Period. You got a whack villain. I don't care how many special effects you put in. I don't care how many characters you cram in it. You got a whack character, it ain't flying. Period. You got a whack villain, it really ain't flying. Ask the Iron Man movies. Okay, where we at? Blah, blah, blah. Victoria Alonso was bugging when she said that. Totally. The X people, please, no. Anything other than the X-Men will not work. Okay? We ain't changed the name of the military. Y'all know where I'm going with that, so I'm going to leave it alone. Exactly. Trying to fix what ain't broke. Time for X-Men to go. The MCU costumes treatment. Yeah. If you cannot put them in like individual costumes, because let me tell you, look at the cover of X-Men #1. They're fighting Magneto all on the cover. You got Beast swinging off of something. You got, I think, Angel's holding a bazooka. I don't know. And Cyclops eye-beaming, Iceman's throwing a snowball, and Jean Grey's in the back looking like a damsel in distress, like all female characters in the 60s were. Then you look at the cover, a giant-sized X-Men #1. They're bursting out of the cover, and they're individual and different. I think that was part of what made them successful. They didn't wear all them blue and gold costumes. Give them their own costumes. Let them all have separate costumes, different costumes. That'll work. Then at some point, when you want to throw them white costumes in, go for it. You know what I mean? But trust me, don't nobody want to see Wolverine in blue and gold unless it's his blue and gold. These things will say I'm gonna be extra critical on the FF. Yeah, because if they get Dr. Doom wrong, it ain't gonna matter if they get the Fantastic Four right. Fantastic Four was I in the Fox incarnation. The first one, they were I, but the way y'all did Dr. Doom, horrible. Absolutely horrible. Dr. Doom is arguably the greatest villain in all of comics. You might want to put a wee bit of respect on his name, laddie. Kamoyo said race swaps, gender swaps, making characters randomly gay or lesbian when there are already established characters out there. Yeah, the X-Men are boned. So I don't hold out nothing for X-Men or Fantastic Four. You Still working on getting the other stuff right that you can't get right. Why are we gonna go epic and never mind. Y'all will see. Paul say the Chitauri were too easy to beat. All they had were numbers. Well, that's my point. In Avengers #1, the Avengers engaged each other mostly. Then, when Loki showed up, wasn't no whole army, it was just Loki. And then they took out Loki, which I think, given that current lineup, could that lineup have taken out Loki? I mean, Lokian. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Loki's still an Asgardian sorcerer. Loki still got all kinds of tricks and charms and things he can. We didn't see none of that. He's just benefiting from having the Mind Stone. What about his own innate powers? Oh, I can throw daggers. If Tom Hiddleston wasn't a great actor, exactly. Ultron was lame. Yes, he was. When T'Challa was teased in Iron Man 2, one of the first things I thought of was his classic FF team-ups, which you ain't never going to see. Not cinematically, anyway. What's crazy is, just diabolical, what's crazy is the MCU, DCEU has examples of bad movie making from Bryan Singer's X-Men, but have great examples of source material. Why do they insist on following stupid? Follow the pot of gold, laddie. Follow the pot of gold. That film was Age of Ultron in name only. And that is what they do. Infinity War was Infinity War in name only. Secret Invasion is Secret Invasion in name only. Oh, we got scrolls, but that's it. Nothing is Secret Invasion. It's the stuff around Secret Invasion. It's the things within Secret Invasion that made Secret Invasion interesting. Not just the fact that Skrulls were impersonating people. We've been seeing Skrulls for decades in the Marvel Universe. So, come on. Got to go a little deeper, y'all. Got to go a little deeper. Not y'all, but the folks. Paul Martin says, Steve Rogers is my boy, but he is not supposed to be able to go toe-to-toe with Ultron. Yeah, of all the characters in the Avengers, I would say Captain America is the most puffed up. Got him holding helicopters and shit. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, T'Challa can barely, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me started. Diabolical. That's what I said, diabolical. I guess Blade just ain't coming out no more. Let's keep pushing that project back. Let's keep pushing that project back. Let's keep pushing that project back. I don't even know what that is, bro. At Diabolical, Brian was the first fool. I remember not letting his actors read that X-Men source material. And you see what we got. Have you ever seen it? Have you seen that meme of that little baby? A bullshit? A bullshit? Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. That. Okay. If you don't get blue and yellow tights on Wolverine, I don't want it. Can we do Wolverine's brown uniform? That ain't the uniform he started out in, so no. Let's see that part. Paul Martin said, I still say Damian Lewis of Homeland and Billions will kill it as Doom. I don't watch either of those shows, so I just had to take your word for it, P. D. Steezel said, at Paul Martin, yeah, comic Chitauri were shapeshifters, but Kevin Feige wanted to simplify them. At D. Real Facts, many of the comic tie-ins were fun. Yes. And come on, your kid said Blade will come out when T'Challa is an adult. Blade is the Umar Johnson Academy of the MCU. Facts, physics, and more. Physics. That all you got, ladies and germs? Yeah, that all you got? Y'all done yet? Nope. Diabolical said, yeah, somebody missed the memo in Sanger's X-Men that Jugs isn't a mutant. If they just watched the 90s cartoon, Jugs made it known he wasn't one. See what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, you know. And that's what they're gonna do with Kraven the Hunter. And folks gonna go see it and be like, that was dope because he was stabbing folks in the neck and the stomach and all that good stuff. Yeah, but if I can't see Kraven's Last Hunt, I don't want to see Kraven the Hunter. I mean, it might be a good flick. I don't know. But just you putting Kraven on the screen with no Spider-Man, so then there's no way I can get that story. I see the tree, but I don't realize that that tree is in a forest. That's what Kraven the Hunter is. They want to see the tree and can't see the forest. That's what Sony, period, is about. I want to see the tree that is Venom, but I cannot see the forest that is Spider-Man and his rogues gallery. Morbius is the tree that I see, but I don't see the forest around it. That is Spider-Man and his rogues gallery. Venom and Carnage, same stuff. Where the lie at? Who thought Venom, either of them, were great movies? Who thought those were fantastic movies? Who thought those were amazing movies? Understand what I'm saying? Tom Hardy's a good actor, but who thought the Venom movies were amazing movies? That's a great comic book movie. I didn't, and I don't. Sorry. Just, that's like, let me put the Black Panther in a movie by himself and make it Casper Cole. No connections to Wakanda whatsoever. Low key, I'd be there for that movie, but ain't no T'Challa. So why do we keep giving, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they're getting ready to make the Sinister Six. Okay, but in the meantime, get the origin right. And the comment of the night goes to Kamoyo Kid. Yeah, that Umar Johnson Academy of the MCU. So what independent comic would you like to see as a cartoon or live action movie? Do we consider Spawn independent? I'd like to see a decent Spawn movie. I would also like to see. I wouldn't mind seeing. I wouldn't mind seeing a live action Philadelphia. Of the Philadelphia comics I've read, I've enjoyed. I like that. I wouldn't mind seeing Philadelphia as a live action movie. What else? I wouldn't mind seeing Black as a live action movie. A movie where only African American people develop superhuman powers, and the Caucasian people are hunting the black people. Meanwhile, the black people are messing them up with superhuman powers, and they capturing them and experimenting on them like the Tuskegee experiments, trying to find out what kind of power they got and how to duplicate them. Yes, I would totally be there for that movie. What else? Tuskegee airs. I wouldn't mind seeing a live action movie at Tuskegee airs. Put my man on. I wouldn't mind seeing that. What else? Tofu wrap eating craving. Exactly. Quinredible. Okay. I know what you meant, Paul. They've been talking about that Sinister Six flick for 10 plus years. Hence my point. That's the plan. Is that the plan y'all laid out way back in, what was it, when that first Venom came out? That's the plan y'all laid out? Are we going to get a solo Dr. Octopus movie? Are we going to get a solo Green Goblin movie? Because them the two cats that formed the incarnations of the Sinister Six. So Vulture is taking on the Dr. Octopus slash Green Goblin leadership role. Because you almost kind of got a Sinister Six in No Way Home. So y'all going to duplicate that over there at Sony? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Craven was indeed an original member of the Sinister Six. Are we going to get the Sandman? Nah, they already had. They already do from the other universe, so we can't get that, I guess. No Sandman. Mysterio dead. Ain't gonna get no Mysterio. I would be cool with the Enforcers in a Spider-Man movie. If you didn't do nothing but just put them over there, to the side, you know what I mean? You got the one with the lasso. I forget, what's his name? Montana. You got Montana, and then you got Fancy Dan with the martial arts, and then you got Ox as the big. I wouldn't mind seeing them in a Spider-Man movie. If you just gonna put some people in a movie and he ain't gonna give them no costumes, well, they never wore costumes. So there you go. I fixed that problem for you. You're welcome. Anyways. Mysterio was just a salty ex-Stark employee. I'd read comics. If they read comics, wouldn't have that problem. I want to see the Zodiac. That'd be a good squad. But as much as I hate to say it, I preferred the robot version of the Zodiac that was in the Defenders versus the Cornelius Van Lunt funded Zodiac. Because how you going to explain Gustav Brandt? And Gustav Brandt is supposed to be Mantis's father, but now we find out Mantis and Star-Lord are brother and sister, and you got E. See? Missed opportunity. What my man saying in Bronx Tale? Wasted talent. That right there, gang. That right there. So this is justification for why people who make comic book based movies need to read comic books. If nothing else, to get it right or to get an inspiration that will supplement or energize your current idea. Denzel as Jake Fury, aka Scorpio. Oh, you talking about since he's the brother of Nick Fury, we gotta make Scorpio black. Got it. I guess anybody old and African American will do. I read somewhere Denzel's looking for an in into the MCU. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I'll be the Cornelius who? Hey Cornelius Van Lunt is a he's a millionaire and pretty crooked one at that. At one point in time, he's like this he's 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 a Caucasian guy. You know how Caucasian guys will have like really long hair down to their shoulders, but then all up here on the top, it'll be bald headed. That's how Cornelius Van Lunt looks. But anyway, Cornelius Van Lunt is also a member of the Zodiac group, the villainous group, the Zodiac, and he is Taurus. And we also found out in Avengers comic books that Cornelius Van Lunt can't swim because he fell into a swimming pool and started drowning, and Mantis, of all people, had to pull him out. Paul Martin. These Diesel said Fury still needs that infinity formula. Yeah, but then that would mean he'd have to. Nah, he didn't necessarily have to look younger. But yeah, he done been in the MCU 10 plus, and ain't even been no mention of it. But we done had 13 billion different forms of the super soldier serum. Yeah. Van Lunt was name dropped on Daredevil. Think he owned a building where a party was set? Yeah. I don't know why. They do that all the time. They mention people sideways in shows, and then you don't never see nothing else about them. I think that's just to let you know that at least during the Netflix series, people knew that it was a shared universe. Because they also made reference to the Battle of New York in the Netflix series. So yeah, that part. They will recast Nick Fury like Doctor Who. See, come on, your kid. Only Whovians get that. They got a built-in thing to eliminate that very problem right there with Doctor Who. You may not be familiar with Time Lords or Gallifreyans, but every now and then they will have themselves kind of like a morph or a change periodically where they take on a different shape, take on a different form, even take on a different gender. That eliminates all that recast shit. You know what I'm saying? This cat's gonna change in about 10, 15 years and he's gonna look like somebody else. So when we get tired of that actor, we're gonna replace him with this actor. There have been like what, 13, 11, 12, 12, 12 or 13 different doctors over 40 years. And we never had an issue with, they're recasting a doctor. All you hear is my favorite doctor is, and then they name the actor. Personally, I like Tom Baker, and I liked the woman who played Doctor Who just in this past series. So I'm a little bit of Whovian. I ain't a lot of Whovian. I'm a little Whovian. Sam Jackson alluded in interviews years ago that he's older than he looks, but nothing came of that. They like Sam. What can I say? Sammy's that dude, but we don't crack anyway. We know that. But I mean, it's only so much, you know what I'm saying? Cracking that could be going on. Kamoyo Kid, you took the words right out of my mouth. Tom Baker. with that long scarf. Yeah, that was my doctor too. Oh, Grand Madam. Great minds. Great minds. Yep. Tom Baker. That's her, Jodie Whittaker. Yeah, little blonde hair guy. Yeah. Them two, I really like those two doctors. I mean, the other doctors are cool, but yep. Tom Baker and Jodie Whittaker. Yeah, I used to watch Tom Baker Doctor Who on public television. Yep. Yep. That was, yeah. Late night, like around it come on from like 9:15 to 9:45. Because public television has those weird times. They're like, we don't follow what network TV do. We put our shit on when we feel like it. What we talking about, Fury still? Yeah, because Fury's supposed to have a serum alongside Black Widow, so they not supposed to age. Paul Martin. No, Baker was the one with the curly fro and the long scarf. He was also a villain in a Sinbad movie, playing a Middle Eastern man. The sorcerer Kura. Yeah, that's where I watched it too, D. On PBS. Have a jelly baby. I meant white people fro. I have a more derogatory name for it than that. But yes, you are correct, sir. That the white people fro. Real quick, before, man, y'all keep leaving and coming back. The numbers be like 10, 14, 12, 11, 15, 9, 12, 16, 9. Y'all must be taking breaks. Oh, I didn't know I was that much. Look at all y'all. Look at all the Tom Baker fans. Maybe we all need to get together one day and have a Tom Baker Doctor Who watch party or something. My favorite episode, well, not episode, but yeah, episodes, because they was like 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 part. Pyramids of Mars, where he faced Sutek, the Egyptian god of death. That was a cool one. But I mean, don't get excited because the special effects wasn't that much. It was the 70s. But what it lacked in special effects, Doctor Who and what's her name? Sarah Jane. Were fun to watch because she was always, I don't know, I kind of thought she didn't belong there. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hey, great, and they kept the theme song. They never changed it. 40 years. It's on a different chord, maybe, and you know they playing a higher note, but it's still doom 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 doom. That, yeah, it's still that. So last time I watched, I think it was like maybe a year or two ago. But I think they have Doctor Who on Max, so I might see, now y'all got me reminiscing. British television was like a few steps behind Hollywood in technology. More than a few. Hey, they ain't too much caught up yet. For that the most recent Doctor Who, they ain't caught up yet. They all right, but you can tell they balling on a budget still. Yeah, most definitely. Look here, y'all. Real quick, I don't want to sit around and lecture y'all, but want to talk about real quick, something that's on my mind, and then I'll let it go. Now, Wednesday on my radio show, and if y'all don't tune into the radio show is at outnorthradio.com, Black Business Mixer. That is from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Alaska time. There were a couple of shootings here over the weekend. Now, nothing strange about a shooting going on, but what bugs me about it is our people want to be upset about clubs getting shot up or after hours getting shot up. Now, if the police did everything they could do and the patrons of an establishment do everything they can do, and stuff is still happening, who got to do better? Do nightclubs got to do better? Just have security up the wazoo and make it look like a police state when we're trying to have fun? Do the police got to do better? Do they got to be profiling folks? Do the owner of the club got to come slip them a 50 or 100 and say, do this, and a third out here? Or do the patrons of these establishments have to do better? It's not my job as a patron to police a club, but it's my job to know when I'm at a club and it ain't the type of club you need to be in if you're trying to have a good time. We know which clubs we can go into and which ones we can't go into, right? Grand Madam said just a couple. Well, Grand Madam, that's all I know of this past weekend. Yeah, this Alaska, though. You know what I'm saying? They don't be having like 97 shootings in one night in Alaska. You know, it's only so much space. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was. And the thing about it, it wasn't fatal. So thumbs up for that. You know, the young man got shot. He's in stable condition, and they probably gonna release him probably later on this week. So he didn't die, but up the highway, there was somebody out on the highway holding a rifle, and the police pulled up on them, and they walked towards the police with their rifle. Police in Alaska are not like police in lower 48. They shoot everybody with a gun, not just black folks, not just indigenous folks, but white folks too. So in that sense, okay, good. Now, here's the thing about security. There's security in the building, at least in this establishment, because I talked to the daughter of the owner before I did the radio show, and she kind of, you know, gave me a different perspective, because I was thinking it was going to be something like, oh, the police did this, that, and the third, and oh, it's foul, and oh, I'm getting ready to get on my pedestal. Nah, she was like, it's them. You know, and then we want to complain about folks, our people can't have nothing. We can't never have nothing because we always tear it up. Okay. If we really want to have something, can't we, as the people who patronize these establishments, set an expectation? I know you want to go to the club and get pissy. You want to go to the club and take somebody home. You want to go. The last thing on your mind at a nightclub is being responsible. The last thing on your mind at a nightclub is having a good time. And I can cite many examples of this just in Alaskan community, not just nightclubs, but things where we want better, but we gonna tear it up and then be mad when it's raggedy. Like parks, things like that. Why is there all kind of trash and shit and stuff laying around in the park and all of this kind of mess? Why does someone need to be told as adults, clean up behind yourself, clean up behind your children? Yes, we have to do better. I want to get a hashtag trending. Do better, because we want to blame it on everything else, and it starts in the community, within the community. It's in the word. It's a compound word: commune and unity. community. What do those mean together? It's not just the store's responsibility. It's not just the park and the municipality's responsibility. At some point, as adults, you have to take responsibility. Because if you're not, you can't sit around bitching about what you don't got or how this is or how that is. That is the definition of insanity. You doing the same thing over and over, but you expect a different result. That don't make no sense to me. Do better. What they say, when you know better, you do better. It's the know better part that we got to get locked in. You ain't never going to do better if you don't know better. These things that say security should be top tier as it could be. Yeah, because tight security only makes two things happen. One, you go in that mug and act right, or two, you don't come in. Just a thought. Diabolical say the parents that's barely raising children, that's who I'm blaming. The ones that use schools as daycare. That's part of the equation, Diabolical. Grand Madam say, I live in Baltimore, so all that shooting is normal here. Shooting's normal. I mean, for the amount of shootings that we get, shooting's normal. But my point ain't necessarily the shooting so much as the fallout from the shooting. You see what I'm saying? You can't be bitching and complaining about why we can't never have nothing. Who's the ones that's making it where we can't have nothing? It ain't the police making it where we can't have nothing, at least not in a nightclub situation. It's not the establishment, because they want to be out there providing some place for y'all to come. Well, I ain't say y'all, but us as a people to come and have a good time. Diabolical say, oh yes, Be More is bad, Grand Madam. I worked in Bel Air up there a few years ago. Yep, it starts at home. Yes. These Steve will say, I haven't been to a grimy club spot in about 20 years. Always been more of a sports bar guy. Well, here's the thing. My club days are long since past. However, because I do improv, because I do plays, because, I am involved in radio, that kind of a thing, I may be called upon to be inside a club for something promotional. I may be called to be in how did you refer to it? I may have to be in a grimy club spot at one time or another. I'm not frequenting them. I don't go every week. Not like, club hopping folks and 304s. I'm not in there like that. Matter of fact, if there's no reason to go, I don't. But this was brought to my attention via the media and people who run that establishment. So that's why I'm saying, I get it. We got to do better. Us got to do better. I mean, it's 2023, man. It is long past the time where we should be sitting around afraid of our own. I'm not saying be reckless. I'm not saying be foolish, but I'm saying being just like, oh, I got to avoid that. I ain't going over there. If you know something, if you know it's work to be done over there, we got to go over there. The community that I live in, quote unquote, is supposed to be one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Anchorage. Supposed to be. I hear gunshots. I hear crazy stuff, but that doesn't affect. Well, I ain't one of them people, man, where I just feel like I got to run out of my neighborhood and go live over there where the white people are at. And I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? All of us are on the east side of Anchorage. We east side Anchorage. That's where we at. That's where I'm going to be until I leave this mug. I can't do that. I can't be just, and it's whack, man, living in let me stop. But long story short, we got to do better collectively. Otherwise, cyclical. If we don't do better, all it is learned behavior. Paul Martin, we had a free concert in a Brooklyn hood for years and folks didn't act a fool. Kudos to the Fruit of Islam and Popo keeping people in check. That's what I'm talking about. Grand Madam say the clubs will have to set up restrictions, but still people functioning on a level that makes killing routine must be contained and kept away from the general population. I agree, Grand Madam. I started clubbing when I was underage. I gave it up in the 2000s. Yeah, D, as far as consistently clubbing, same thing, man. I ain't frequented a club for, I can say that, decades. Other than stuff, like I said, if it wasn't like entertainment based, I wasn't really in there. I mean, don't get it twisted. I had friends was like, "I'm bored. Let's go to the club," and we go there. And you know what we would do? We would go to the club, and like, cause we older and smarter, we don't stand out in the line. We go straight to the front of the line, break dude off, go in, go to the spot that's outside on the deck, break that dude off. We up there, we in the VIP, and then we in there for like 5 minutes and we leave. Cause the energy ain't mature, if you get where I'm coming from. So I'm like, I can't sit here and be amongst all of this. You know what I'm saying? They have naked, they over there tripping. You know what I'm saying? When they do dance, they ain't dancing, they grinding. This is not a club. This is a brothel. You know what I mean? I can't be in here. This is no, energy's off. So, that's one of the reasons, because it's same thing. Oh, row. Again, and I can't do that. I can't do that. That just at Diabolical, I thought Bel Air was pretty tame. These Diesel, yep, I knew the bouncers, bartenders, and everything. Same. Oh, Theo, more people used to go just to have a good time back in the day. Now it seems more popular to go and have something to prove. And that's what I'm saying, Theo. These young Thundercats ain't there to have a good time. You know what I mean? And I've even been in some establishments. There was some old heads in there acting like a fool. So I'm just like, you know what? I can get together with 5 or 6 of my real close folks, because quite honestly, that's about all I have that I call, you know what I'm saying, ace boom. You know what I mean? It ain't, you keep my circle tight. Keep it small. Keep it tight. Everybody else, associates. I associate with you. I might be at some of the same places you're at, and we interact. But other than that, yeah, my circle's tight, man. I can't be all out there like that no more. You know what I mean? It's vexing. It's very vexing. And yeah, just like you, that next comment, Theo, right there. I have soirees at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I got a nice big area downstairs where I can entertain people. I got a big giant ass deck. I got a big giant ass backyard. So it's like, bruh, I'm gonna bring back the exclusive house party. Nah, cause see, I ain't gonna be like Kid and Play when Zilla and them show up talking about they gonna crash the house party. Nah, nigga. Nah, you ain't. We ain't having you kind of people. You people, what do you mean, you people? People that ain't here to have a good time. People that's here to cause problems. So, yeah, I have more fun, kicking it with my friends at their house or at my house than I do going to a club. What you got in a club I can't have in my house? You probably ain't going to be able to meet no fine lady at my house, but the only fine lady at my house is taken. Nope. Remember that commercial? No, my brother, you've got to bring your own. Theo said, I'd rather throw a house party with people I know and I'm comfortable with. That right there. Gray said, I had a one-track mind when I rarely went to the club. I didn't have time for the foolishness. Yes, Gray. That was me too. What was Theo saying earlier? Hey, in his live, I was not always this upstanding married fella of 23 years that you see before you. I was a whole entire beast in the club, but I'm not going to get into that either because I don't want you to think less of me. Facts, just bring the party to you where you can control the festivities. Right, D? Me and you, but yeah, that right there, period. Everything y'all saying, I echo that and I live it. Okay. Yeah, Theo, I get it, bro. I get it. It come a time though, man. You know what I mean? That's actual wisdom highlights. You know what I'm saying? Because I have graduated from dumb shit. You know what I mean? It long since. You know what I mean? It's I ain't got time for all that. You know, because I remember, man, I knew cats, man, they get in fights because you stepped on their sneakers and scuffed them. That's a fight. That's somebody getting shot. You know what I mean? And it's just like, bruh, ain't nobody with all that no more. Come on in here, bring some house shoes with you, take your shoes off. You know, we gonna sit down here, we gonna go belly up to the bar. What you want? I fix you what you want drink, what you want smoke. I give you some smoke. You know, we can go outside, we can do what we do, hang out, kick it, have a good time, and then you go home and go to bed or go home or just leave my house because the party's over here. You can go kick it somewhere else if you want to, but I'm done. You know what I mean? If you want to, if this is a primer or this is an ender, you know what I mean? I ain't got no problem with being an after hour spot. 2 people I know. Y'all coming through after hours? Let me know. I take me a nap, you know what I'm saying? And then we wake up, I get the music, the drink, the everything else going, and we kick it for a couple hours, you know, and then especially in the summertime, as you can see, that's natural light. And it is 7:35. Okay. You want me to tell you one of the weirdest feelings in the world, and it's only something that happened here. You go in the club and it's light. Club, dark in the mug, dark. You go in there, you party, have you a good time, you know, get your, you know, do your Tupac dance and all of that, you know, get all of that in, and then, you know, get your drink on, and then you come out the club and it's like 3 a.m. Still light. Yeah, it took my brain a while to adjust to that because I'm like, it's supposed to be dark. Ain't we at the club? Yeah, so. And still, to be honest, you never get used to it. Sitting in the dark for a long time and then come out and it's light. It's like, what the is going on? Theo say, facts. I ain't dance with any woman except my wife because that would lead to hold'em. He said, hold'em. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I have been out dancing and it was salsa, it was merengue, it was bachata. You know, we was doing that. And so it's like you can, you know, salsa with somebody because that's, you know, that's a different kind of, I wouldn't even call it a grind. You ain't even grinding. It's just y'all are like touching thighs, I guess would be the best way to describe it. And you know, it's salsa dancing. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you get all excited, that's on you. You know what I mean? When I'm done dancing because to me, it was just a dance. If you like, ooh, hey, papi. No, ain't no I, papi up in here. Bye, papi. I'm not, we're not doing that, senorita. You know what I mean? Or not that type of party. So, yeah, I mean, a good time's a good time, but at the same time, do better. You know what I mean? It's not a knock. It's not saying, you know, everybody's a lost cause. Nobody's a lost cause. Well, no, that's a lie. Some people are a lost cause, but everybody ain't. And I know the people in here ain't, and I know the people in here are influential. So Be the change you want to see, to quote Gandhi. I've been to several salsa joints back in the day. Yeah, I mean, it's good energy. Yeah, it's good energy. It's good music. Not to mention it's good exercise, man. I don't know about you. I come out that mug tired, and you know what I'm saying? Once I get sweaty, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to be, because once I start sweating, I'm not gonna stop. And I don't want to be in the club all soaking wet. Because I remember one time I went out with one of my Hispanic partners, and we went to the club, and you know, we was doing the salsa thing, and dude came over and bumped up against me, and he was drenched, and I'm like, man, get away from me with your wet ass. You know what I mean? And it's just like, nah. And I thought about it. That could be me pretty soon. I'm stopping because I don't want to be all filthy, sweaty, and funky, and come home smelling like ass crack. You know what I mean? Nah, man. And anyways, y'all, how did we end up doing 2 hours? How did we end up doing 2 hours? Man, these lives must just be that engaging, huh? See, I made everybody start thinking about their club days. Cause boy, y'all putting out, boy, I would have loved to see you in the club back in the day, Grand Madam. I know you was just telling them no all night, huh? I cannot. Get out my face. I will stab you if you don't leave me alone. Everybody started thinking about their own day. Hoteps. And you ain't talking about 5%ers. Oh, Theo said, let's put it like this. Between growing up in the Bronx around Puerto Ricans, being raised in the South with line dancing, reggae, and Uncle Luke striker moves from FAMU back in the day, hot mess. Hot mess. Grand Madam, you say you danced a lot? Okay. I got an OG question. Only OGs can answer OG questions. True or false? Dancing is a primer for sex. Bet money. There'll be a depends. Let's see who wins the prize. Oh boy. Yeah, this is gonna be great. I want to see this, and then I'll be done. Oh, Grand Madam. She said yes. It has been in my case. Level of alcohol involved. True for me. Especially Latin dance. Okay, see? Y'all gonna make me beat it, depends. Yeah, because I mean, sometimes. Sometimes, Paul. Now, see, here's the thing. In the 90s, when I was clubbing, abso-freaking-lutely. Because in my mind, see, y'all making me get into some stuff I don't want to get into. Damn, y'all. If that's how you move when you dance, right? Ain't that what everybody think? If that's how you move when you dance, that's how you move when you dance. So I get that to a certain extent. Yeah, these Diesel, that was me. Dance hall. Whiny. Yeah. That Patra. Oh, see, y'all about to, let me stop. See, it's 2 hours. We ain't finna do no 3 hours a night. Y'all want this kind of sight. Y'all, I'm gonna be quiet. You know what? Look here, y'all. Let me go ahead. Because I'm gonna, like I said, y'all gonna get me to talking, and I'm gonna say some stuff, and y'all gonna be like, gee, real. And I don't want to do that. I want y'all to respect me in the morning. Look here, y'all. We's at the 2-hour mark. So, well, we passed the 2-hour mark. 2:10 up in this piece. Dang. So on the East Coast, it's like what? Almost midnight? Oh, y'all rocking with me to the early month? Nah, I'm gonna let y'all go because I know y'all East Coasters need to go to bed. Get y'all Z's and all that. Yeah, we all got our demons, but we good now. Yeah, but still, I'm telling you, you would look at me, D, and be like, it would, or based on who's in the chat, it would become a game of one-upmanship. Well, back in the day, I did such. Oh, that ain't nothing. Well, I did such. And on and on and on like that. So we don't want to get in that. We don't want to get into that. We don't, we don't want to get that. It's true. It also shows how your partner will treat you. I expect nothing less than sage wisdom from you, Grand Madam. Look here, y'all. Well, you Central D, I know, but still. My brother was the inspiration, and I eclipsed him. See, yeah, see, y'all on point. Who's the ratchetest of them all? Grand Madam, as you should, because a lady never tells, and I respect you. Well, yeah, a lady never tells, but a hoe will spill the beans like a mug. But I know you are a lady, Grand Madam, and you always carry yourself that way. And I ain't got nothing but respect for you. Look here, y'all. I am about to get out of here because it's early here yet. I ain't even had my dinner. So I am going to let y'all loose from tonight's live. Thank y'all for tuning in. And as I say in the videos, I will be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones. Be on the lookout for Make It Make Sense video. Be on the lookout for some more action figuring. I will probably, if I can find that Wonder Man, because I got 5 of the 6 for that Puff Adder Builder figure. If I get that Wonder Man sometime, I will drop that video. Like I said, just be on the lookout for me. I ain't lazy. I'm just picky. Pick my shots because I used to box, so I pick my shots. Look here, I'm out, y'all. Y'all be good. I will catch y'all on the next live. Peace.